Okay, I wanted to do a quick breakdown of my particular streaming setup. I believe that this year we're going to see a lot more people streaming on Macs. They are very powerful machines, very good for streaming now. They can stream and record, especially if you have an Apple Silicone, stream and record without a hitch. I've really enjoyed streaming on a Mac lately. So I wanted to give a rundown. I've actually been doing this streaming on a Mac for about a year. So I wanted to give just a breakdown of my particular setup, what I think that we will see more of in 2024. If you're a PlayStation user, an Xbox user, or if you play on PC and you want to offload that to another computer, Macs are definitely a great option if you already have it. So let's go ahead and just get started. I will take you through my setup and whatnot. So let's go ahead and start with the gaming PC. So this was an NZXT build that I've just slightly changed. First of all, I got a different case because I have cats. They like to, sleep on top. So this still allowed for some airflow there. So that's why I got this Corsair case. It's got a 3080 Ti in there, 32 gigabytes of RAM. It's got a Ryzen 7 AMD processor. I think it's an 8-core processor. It's a great machine. It hits super high frames at 1440p. Definitely A plus on that. The capture card that I use back here is the HD60X, and this connects over to my MacBook Pro. So I'll show you that in a second, but this just goes HDMI from my gaming PC into here, and then USB-C from here over to the Mac. So I'll show you that here in a This is the Apple MacBook Pro M2 Pro. It is not the base model. It's the one up from that that you can buy in stores. So it's not a custom build. It's just one model up. I think it costs $2,500 out the door. Typically, I will hook my phone up as a webcam to my Mac, and using continuity camera, I get 1080p at 60 FPS, so it's great for that. Right now I'm using it to record this video, so you can see here right now I'm just using my webcam just to show you that there's that I'm capturing something, and of course I'm capturing Fortnite, my gameplay PC, onto this computer right now. I typically will jump between a couple of applications, but right now I've been maining an application called Meld. This is a great little program. It's built for Macs from the ground up. If you're looking for a program that isn't OBS or Streamlabs or maybe XSplit, this is definitely a good one to look at. They're still in beta right now. They're still working out some kinks and whatnot, but it gets the job done for sure. Excuse me. All right, talking about the two displays here. This is a Gigabyte M27QX. It does 1440p at 240 hertz. Because I'm able to push out more than 120 frames, oftentimes I can push out 200 frames. This is a great monitor. It looks super good. It might not look good on video right now, but it is a stellar monitor to use. This one over here is the Samsung LS28. It's a 4K 144 hertz display. This is what I was maining beforehand, but I changed a couple of things up, and I just preferred the higher refresh rate than what this could offer to me, but I still wanted to use it. It is a 28-inch monitor as opposed to a 27-inch, but still A plus on the Samsung. Okay, now for the additional peripherals that I use. We'll start with the chair. The chair is just a Secret Labs Titan chair. I got it in 2022. It's got the magnetic headrest and whatnot. It's been a great chair. It is the extra large. I definitely recommend that if you're 6'3", 200 pounds or something like that, get the large. This is too big. Unfortunately, I got this. I thought that I liked it. I don't like it as much anymore because it's too big, but I think the chairs are great, and I've just taken off the arms for that. So we'll go ahead and sit in the chair here. This microphone here is the SM7DB, not the SM7B, the SM7DB. And the DB is exactly the same as the B, but this one has an additional, it adds additional gain into your mix, so you don't have to turn a gain knob all the way up or get the, I think it's called the cloud lifter if I'm not mistaken. So this just adds a little bit of extra gain into the microphone here, so you don't have to turn a gain knob quite all the way up as much as you did on the SM7B. As far as my other peripherals go, I use an Asus keyboard here. It's got the soft touch keys, so it's not super loud. I think it's the red switches if I'm not mistaken. And then this is the Logitech G Superlight 2 mouse. So this has got USB-C on there. I just recently picked this up because I wanted all of my peripherals to be USB-C as much as possible. I do have the power play back here. I don't typically play on it. I just throw my mouse back there when I want to charge it, and then I'll bring it back on to this gaming pad. And this pad is from Game Square Holdings, Ninja's little partnership. So it's been a great mat to use. I use the Roland Bridgecast mixer here. The Roland Bridgecast is kind of a newer mixer to the market. I have all of my audio going into here. It breaks out into these individual channels, kind of like a the whatever some of the more popular ones are. I can't remember offhand, but it's a great little mixer. So yeah. And then lastly, but certainly not least, I've been using the Hi-Fi Man Sundara. They're open back headphones. They're very clear. I've been making these for about a month right now. Before I was using the DT770 Pros. Still great headphones, but I just like the open back because it cuts out some of the low end, which just makes things sound a little more clear and less boomy. Great set of headphones. They are open back, so there's lots of bleed, but they're very comfortable to wear and whatnot. So yeah, that's basically my setup as far as this goes. Now just to quickly kind of go over how the audio and video are set up, just so that, you know, if you're curious, I think I'd like to do some more videos where I break that down specifically. But I have, I guess I'll go into the video stuff. The last thing that I'll mention here is back here, I just have a USB-C hub. Let me see if I can show you over the top there, right there. So this has a few of my peripherals go into there, and then it hooks up to my MacBook Pro, just so that I have some extra USB spaces and just can manage all of that, since I only have 3 USB ports on here. So, and then last but not least, and I forgot to mention this, the Stream Deck. Pretty straightforward. I'm assuming that most people know what this is. Okay, as far as the setup goes, and I don't know if I can put a diagram on here, or if I choose to, I think I'd like to do a couple of other videos of how to stream on a Mac. But to get started here, I have 2 video cables that come out of my gaming PC. One is a DisplayPort cable that goes up to my main display here, And then the other cable is an HDMI cable that goes into my capture card here. And then that capture card, I have a cable that runs all the way over to here. And that just goes right into my computer. This I think is a Godspeed or Godspin cable. They're great cables. I found really good success with them. And it was just longer for what I needed it for. So that's how the gameplay gets captured. And then I just duplicate this main display onto the Elgato display. And that's basically it. And then I just configure it, and then that's how I get video here. This is a 1080p, 60 FPS signal that I'm getting up into my computer. And so again, that's great. The mixer here is plugged into that USB, the Thunderbolt bay back there, which connects into this cable here. So my mixer via USB is hooked up to my MacBook Pro, and I run an audio cable out of my computer into the mixer, and then I run a second cable out of the mixer into my computer. And the reason I do that is that if I ever want to chat in game, that second cable that's going into my computer, I use for chatting in game. But all of the audio goes into here, and then it goes just into this channel right here. Then everything else is all controlled on the Mac. So Discord, music, microphone, that all goes right onto the Mac. So if I play something from Safari, if I play something from Apple Music or Spotify, that all goes into this channel here, the red one, and then my Discord goes into here, and then this is my personal mic right here, so I can mute it and unmute it there, and if I had game audio, I can mute that and whatnot. So that's kind of the setup here. Maybe I can do a bigger breakdown of each individual component, specifically video and audio. There are a couple of hoops that I had to jump through for the Mac. They're not big hoops, but it's just something to take into consideration since it's a little more, locked in than what a PC is. But this has been my streaming setup for 2024. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below, like and subscribe. If you haven't, I'd love to help anybody out that I can throughout this process. Anyways, catch you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.